In the transformative year of 1558, a wind of change swept across the European seas. The Spanish Empire held a firm grip on naval dominance, steering the course of global trade. Yet in the heart of England, a 25-year-old woman was about to embark on a journey that would redefine history. Welcome to Gold Spear. If you're new to this channel, we explore valuable entrepreneurial lessons from history and apply them to today's business world. In today's video, we will look at the 45-year reign of the visionary leader, Queen Elizabeth I of England. Join us as we extract key lessons from her rule to elevate our own leadership skills. Without further ado, let's dive in. Elizabeth I would come to be known as the Virgin Queen, a trailblazer who ascended to the throne of England. Never to be married, she would chart a course that defied convention. Fluent in 5 languages, her intelligence was a beacon in an era marked by shifting tides and uncharted territories. But before we delve into Elizabeth's reign, let's talk about her upbringing that molded her into a visionary queen. Understanding her roots will help us better understand her motives behind the actions that shaped an era. In 1536, the echoes of Elizabeth's mother, Anne Boleyn's tragic end reverberated through the court of King Henry VIII. At the tender age of 3, Elizabeth witnessed the chilling execution of her mother. Accused of adultery, incest, and high treason, the emotional scars of this early trauma would influence Elizabeth's resilience and shape her understanding of the ruthless nature of court politics. 11 years later, in 1547, England stood at a crossroads. With the death of King Henry VIII, Elizabeth's father, the crown passed to his young son, Edward VI, plunging the nation into a period of uncertainty. Living under the shadow of Edward's rule, Elizabeth navigated the delicate dance of court politics, sowing the seed of independence in her character. After King Henry VIII's death, Elizabeth would spend time under the guardianship of Catherine Parr and Thomas Seymour. This was a period of emotional turbulence. The unorthodox behavior of Seymour included his inappropriate interactions with the young Elizabeth, added complexities to her already challenging upbringing. Despite these challenges, Elizabeth's resilience and adaptability were forged during this critical phase of her life. The death of Edward VI in 1553 marked a pivotal moment for Elizabeth. With her half-sister Mary I assuming the throne, England faced religious and political shifts. Elizabeth showed her ability to navigate treacherous political waters, and she found herself entangled in the Wyatt Rebellion, which was a protest against the Queen's plan to marry Philip II of Spain, which was deeply unpopular among the English population, with fears that the marriage could lead to the restoration of Catholicism in England. Mary I's reign would not last long. By 1558, she would die from acute bacterial meningitis, opening the door for Elizabeth to ascend to the throne. A ruler of good counsel, Elizabeth surrounded herself with trusted advisors, navigating the intricate challenges of her time. Her strategic leadership, adaptability, and commitment to progress would characterize a reign that would endure for over 45 years. In the intricate tapestry of Elizabethan rule, Queen Elizabeth faced a formidable challenge. Navigating the religious divides of her time, Elizabeth and her advisors foresaw the looming threat of Catholic crusades against England, griped by religious tension. The Queen, known for her strategic acumen, sought a solution that would satisfy both Catholic and English Protestants. The Parliament of 1559, a pivotal moment where Elizabeth's vision unfolded. She aimed for a Protestant settlement reminiscent of Edward VI era, but with a twist, a church with the monarch at its helm, blending Protestant and Catholic elements. Elizabeth, recognizing her paramount importance of overseas exploration, she would lend her support to ventures that would expand England's trade horizons. The establishment of the Muscovy Company and the Levant Company showed her commitment to fostering trade with Russia and the Ottoman Empire. But it wasn't just about navigating existing routes. Elizabethan explorers like Sir Walter Raleigh were sent to the New World in pursuit of new trade links and valuable resources. Elizabeth's visionary support didn't stop there. She played a pivotal role in enabling Sir Thomas Gresham, an English merchant, to create the Royal Exchange, a revolutionary concept that centralized commerce in London. Empowering talent was a cornerstone of Elizabeth's leadership. This echoes in the modern business philosophy of leaders like the businessman Richard Branson, co-founder of the Virgin Group. The Virgin Group's success is attributed to Branson's belief in hiring the right people and empowering them to thrive. Elizabeth's patronage of the arts and science similarly nurtured a culture of excellence, fostering innovation and creativity. Beyond the grandeur of Elizabethan courts and global exploration, Queen Elizabeth I and her chief advisor Sir William Cecil quietly orchestrated a financial strategy that would shape the economic stability of England. Elizabeth, renowned not only for her queenly demeanor but also for her strategic acumen, understood the critical importance of financial stability. The careful management of finances wasn't without challenges. England faced external threats, political turmoil, and the ever-present specter of war. However, Elizabeth's visionary leadership was evident in her unwavering commitment to financial stability by implementing fiscal policies that focused on managing the treasury efficiently, reducing unnecessary expenses, and implementing tax reforms. This ensured that England weathered the storms with economic resilience. Elizabeth's economic acumen is echoed in the playbook of modern business tycoons, much like the founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Bezos has shown throughout the years his ability to make strategically wise decisions that prove beneficial for the long-term success of his company. Similarly, Elizabeth's investment in education, arts, and sciences were strategic moves that fueled economic growth. The lessons here: the cultivation of intellectual and cultural capital can be a driving force for economical prosperity. By August 1585, facing the siege of Antwerp, Elizabeth took decisive action by orchestrating the Treaty of Nonsuch. The treaty, a strategic masterpiece, marked the commencement of the Anglo-Spanish War. Elizabeth, foreseeing the complexities ahead, promised military support to the Dutch, showcasing her commitment to allies in the face of Spanish aggression. In navigating the siege of Antwerp, Queen Elizabeth exhibited a visionary approach to diplomacy and warfare. Her ability to balance military support, secret negotiations, and the resistance to potential pitfalls showcased strategic brilliance that defined an era. Elizabeth's prowess in strategic diplomacy provides another invaluable lesson. Today's successful entrepreneurs employ strategic partnerships to expand their reach. Consider the collaboration between SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk, and NASA. This partnership not only propelled space exploration, but resembles Elizabeth's approach of leveraging alliances to achieve mutual goals. On the 12th of July, 1588, a formidable threat loomed as the Spanish Armada set sail. Intending to ferry an invasion force to England, the Duke of Parma, a seasoned commander, aiming to bring southeast England under Spanish control. Elizabeth faced an unprecedented challenge that would test her leadership to its core. What followed was a saga of miscalculations, misfortune, and an ingenious English response. The deployment of English fire ships off Gravelines at midnight on the 28th of July dispersed the Spanish fleet. Elizabeth was able to turn the tide through strategic innovation and adaptability, showcasing her visionary command in the face of a formidable adversary. In our modern world, where business titans navigate treacherous waters, the parallels between Elizabeth's strength and those of today's leaders are striking. Take the late Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. His visionary approach, like Elizabeth's, reshaped the tech landscape. Jobs once said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." Elizabeth's reign echoes the sentiment, urging leaders today to chart bold, visionary paths. Elizabeth's resilience during the Spanish Armada crisis provides a crucial lesson for modern entrepreneurs facing adversity. Look at the story of Airbnb founders Brian Chesky, Nathan Blecharczyk, and Joe Gebbia. In the face of initial rejection, they persisted and eventually built a global platform. Elizabeth's unwavering resolve during challenging times underscores the power of resilience in the entrepreneurial journey. The Elizabethan era, often hailed as the English Renaissance, witnessed an unprecedented flourishing of the arts and the sciences. Elizabeth I's foresight recognized that a nation's cultural and intellectual capital was intertwined with its economic prosperity. Queen Elizabeth I's visionary leadership was not confined to the political arena. Her strategic support for the arts and sciences was a forward-thinking investment that paid dividends, contributing to England's economic growth and leaving a lasting legacy of culture and intellectual richness. Queen Elizabeth I's leadership offers a trove of lessons for the modern entrepreneur: visionary thinking, strategic diplomacy, economic foresight, resilience in adversity, and empowering talent. These are all the pillars that elevate Elizabeth to greatness and continue to inspire leaders today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would kindly ask that you click the like button and turn on notifications to be alerted for future videos. Also, leave a comment on any skills you are trying to get better at, and I'll do my best to make a video on it in the future.